DJ, how did the process to transfer to
TJ,
Pitt?
how are you today?
I'm good. How are y'all?
Okay, I was just wondering, you got here only about a week or so ago. How in tune are you with the way things are done here, and are you ready to contribute on Saturday?
Yeah. So I mean, it took me a couple days to kind of get my feet under me, and just get used to like the practice schedule and kind of get back in shape. And I mean, but once I started feeling comfortable, everything kind of started moving slower and getting a little bit easier for me. So, now 2 days or what's today? When it's a couple days, we got 3 days away from the game. I feel confident going in, and I'm like you said, I'm ready to contribute.
DJ, there was a Pat Narduzzi was saying there was a connection between your cousin and him, and that kind of got the ball rolling with this transfer. Kind of tell us a little bit about that backstory and how it all kind of came together.
It was actually my older brother. So 21 years ago, Coach Narduzzi recruited my older brother from DeMatha High School, and when he was at University of Rhode Island. So they had a relationship, and once everything kind of went downhill at Maryland with the Big Ten canceling their season, I reached out to my brother and was like, "Yeah, I think I want to go play in a different conference that's playing." So he uh, he reached out to coach and what I'm saying, asked them if they were interested and things like that. So that's kind of how everything took place.
EJ, you mentioned it in just a few days of practice. How is it that you feel you'll be able to make an impact, or why is it that you feel you'll be able to make an impact so quickly?
Well, I kind of feel comfortable with Coach Beatty, you know what I'm saying, being that he coached me at Maryland for 3 years. And so that part was kind of like the easiest transition. And then like once I got in shape, because I mean, for a couple of weeks, I kind of wasn't doing anything, just trying to figure out my next move. So once I got in shape and felt more confident with the offense and the scheme, it started to feel a little bit better for me. So like then, however they need me to contribute on Saturday, I'm all for it. Like with no matter what it is, whatever opportunities I get, I'll make the most of them.
DJ, do you think you might be able to, if not Saturday, at least later in the season, kind of get some reps in at punt return? Obviously, you made an impact in that area at Maryland.
Yeah, hopefully, I'm definitely trying to get as many reps as I can. I mean, maybe this weekend, depending on how everything goes, and then definitely like later in the season once, what I'm saying, I kind of get rolling, hopefully make some plays on in the game, and then they trust me back there to be like the guy or one of the guys that they got returning. So I'm looking forward to that.
DJ, Coach Narduzzi said that he was going to put you in every receiver role when you first got announced here. Has that been the case so far? Have you found a place where you're more at home right now, or like what's that been like developing the relationship with Kenny Pickett and the different spots you got to line up in so fast?
Yeah. So right now I'm kind of trying to learn everything. So once I kind of get the basic concepts of the whole offense, it'll be a lot easier for me. So instead of just learning one position, like they're probably going to try to mix and match me in different spots. So and in order for me to kind of get on the field as much as I want to and as much as they need me to, it'd probably be better for me to learn everything. And I mean, just getting chemistry with all the quarterbacks, not only just Kenny, is kind of big for me. So I mean, but they're all great. So I'm looking forward to being out there with whoever is the guy throwing it around.
DJ, you had three offensive coordinators in 3 years at Maryland. Do you feel like you're a pretty quick study when it comes to picking up a system on the fly like this? And is this Pitt offense that you're learning similar to anything you did at Maryland?
Yeah. So like you said, after three different offensive coordinators, you start to realize that like it's all the same concepts, just different terminology. So getting here, like basically like the biggest thing for me was just memorizing the different terminology that they use aside from what we did at Maryland. And it definitely is some stuff that is similar to what we did at Maryland because I mean I think they kind of took some stuff from Matt Canada as well. So I mean he was there at Maryland for a little bit. So it's not too hard to pick up on. I don't have it yet 100%, but I'm definitely getting close.
DJ, it has to be unique kind of joining a team as late as you did. I mean, what guys on the team are you kind of, hanging out with and they're kind of showing you the ropes, or have you built any of those relationships yet?
I mean, not necessarily. Like, I mean, we all like I'll learn from people watching film, like based off what they do. But just because of what's going on, like I'm trying to kind of keep my distance like away from the facilities. So at some point I would like start to build those relationships. But like my focus right now is just learning the offenses as soon as possible. And then it's a lot of younger guys too that, I mean, I could try to help out as much as I can, or I mean, they might know the offense a little bit better than me. That can help me out. So like I'm open like for all questions from any of those guys, or vice versa.
EJ, before the Big Ten got postponed the season, what do you perceive your role as being at Maryland this year?
Definitely a leader over there in Maryland. Like this would have been my 5th year there, and like a lot of those guys kind of look at me as like a big brother. So the starting punt returner, kick returner, and then also the starting receiver in the slot. So I mean, I definitely plan on having a big year there. And like I mentioned before, it had nothing to do with anything going on personally in Maryland. Like I got love for all of those guys. You know what I'm saying? Coach Locke's a great coach. Coach Mo and Coach Joker, they're all great people. It's just due to the circumstances with the Big Ten, I felt like I needed to make another move.
DJ, along those lines, do you feel like you're getting a second chance at college football? Did you think that maybe you'd played your last down, given what the Big Ten decided?
Not necessarily. Like, worst come to worst, I was hoping that we would get another year, which like kind of the blanket waiver gave us. But I felt like I could have came back for another year, but it's just I felt like me personally, it was best for me and my family to try to get this year and now instead of waiting. But I definitely feel like if I wanted to stay there and get another year, I definitely could have.
DJ, do you view this opportunity at Pitt as a 2-year opportunity given that blanket waiver?
Yeah, I mean, that's definitely something to consider based off how, like, what type of year I have and how everything kind of plays out, especially because, I mean, we're not like you can't know but so much about how everything will turn out here as well due to like what's going on in the world with the pandemic. So it's like we'll see how it all plays out, but definitely considering it.
DJ, Jordan Addison, as a freshman, he told us when we spoke to him that he remembers watching your highlights when he was in middle school back in your days in high school. Have you developed a relationship with him, and what's that been like? In your like, he's growing as a freshman, you're learning the program as a transfer. What's that been like in the receiver room?
I mean, we talked a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Like I knew he was from Maryland, but I never heard of the part of Maryland he was from. So he kind of cleared up where he was from. We talked about it, blah blah, and then just watching him every day, like he's a very electric kid. Like he's fast, he could make some plays. So just watching him every day is kind of helping me a lot too. You know what I'm saying? Just based off what you like the same thing you just said about him watching me in high school. It kind of makes me feel like I'm saying he's making plays. Like I need to make some plays too. That kind of makes sense.
John Morgan and Judd Tallender were guys that were behind you at DeMatha. How much did you know them before you got here, and did they tell you anything about what to expect at Pitt?
Yeah, we were real close to DeMatha. Like I think that both were 2 years after me, but like as soon as I was kind of thinking about coming here, I hit both of those guys up just to kind of get a feel for what was going on, like not from a coach's perspective, but from a player's perspective, and then somebody that actually knows me personally and how they think I would kind of fit in here. So they definitely helped me out a lot with the decision coming up here.
What's your impression of the Pitt defense been so far? First time seeing those guys. What do you think of the guys you've been going up against in practice?
They definitely got some guys over on that side of the ball, like some like both the safeties are really good, got some good corners, and then the D line is pretty stout as well. I think that they're one of the best defenses in the country, from my opinion.
DJ, I know you haven't played a game yet for Pitt, but what are your thoughts on the offense and the talent around you on that side of the ball?
It's a lot of talent, like in every room, running back and receiver, and then like you said, like you got a really good quarterback back there pitching it around. So I feel like we could kind of compete with anybody in the country just off of what I've seen so far in these last couple of weeks. And I know everybody's excited to get out there on Saturday due to the uncertainty of the season and everything. Just everybody's grateful to get this opportunity. I know I am, and I can't wait to see us all out there making plays.
Any final questions for DJ?
DJ, you were with Coach Beatty. What makes him such a good coach? And obviously he's been a very successful recruiter. What kind of makes him tick, and what makes him a guy that's had so much success?
So Coach Beatty is real big on like the little details of playing receiver, and that not even that, just knowing the game of football. So like he makes sure that all his guys, you know what I'm saying, know what they're doing and like why they're doing it, like down to the steps coming in and out of your route. And he's just an overall great person. Like I've known Coach Beatty for about 5 years now, and I got more respect for him than a lot of people. So like just that basically. Like you can't really ask for much more from him.
DJ, do you have any? Go ahead, Jerry.
DJ, did Pitt try to recruit you coming out of high school?
I got like some recruitment letters, but not really. I ain't hear much from Pitt coming out.
DJ, did you know Mike Tomlin's son well? And if so, have you talked to his dad since you've been here?
Yeah. So me and Dino were real close because I mean he was in our room obviously, but I ran into Coach Mike one time leaving the facility, and we talked. He just welcomed me to Pittsburgh. It's a cool little conversation. You know, I try to let those guys do what they got to do, and I told him to say what's up to Coach Canada for me. That was pretty much it.